Hi, my name's Kathy Gilbert. I'm a volunteer with Women's Voices Raised for Social Justice. We're a grassroots organization founded in St. Louis by 4 women 15 years ago, and currently we have 550 members. Our mission has 3 parts: to research and discuss critical issues, to mobilize, energize, and inspire ourselves and others to action, and to work as individuals and in community for social justice. We work on several issues, including access to health care, criminal justice reform, economic disparities, systemic racism, and gun violence. That's what we're here to talk about today. Gun violence is taking a terrible toll on America. Think about this. In 2017, for the first time, more people died from firearms in this country than from car accidents. The American Medical Association and the American Academy of Pediatrics call gun violence a public health epidemic. Every day in the United States, more than 100 people are killed with guns, and 200 more are shot and wounded. Missouri ranks 3rd highest in the country for deaths by firearms, 5th highest for gun homicides. And in the St. Louis area, in 2020, there have been more than 230 homicide deaths as a result of gun violence, a 25-year high. Gun violence is especially tragic when it affects children. Think about this. 1,600 children under the age of 18 are killed every year. That's an average of 4 children every day. This includes 350 children under the age of 18 who unintentionally shoot themselves or someone else, resulting in 100 unintentional deaths. In addition, nearly 600 children die by suicide by firearm. Having an access to a firearm triples the risk of death by suicide. Every 2 hours, a child is killed by a gun, either in a homicide, suicide, or as a result of an unintentional injury. That's according to the American Academy of Pediatrics. 1 in every 5 admissions to pediatric trauma centers in the United States is due to gunshot wounds. It can seem overwhelming to hear these statistics, but there is something positive we can do. We can prevent children from being killed or hurt, prevent these unintentional or accidental shootings, these terrible tragedies that happen when children get access to a firearm that is not safely stored. Let's watch this video.
Every few hours in America, a child is killed by a gun.
Every day, children are admitted to hospitals, suffering from gunshot wounds.
Guns in the home are a leading cause of death for children.
In my community, a toddler, 21 months old, found a loaded, unlocked gun. He was strong enough to pull the trigger. He shot himself in the stomach, and he died.
It doesn't have to be this way.
This simple gun lock could save the life of your child or someone you love.
In 2015, Women's Voices Raised for Social Justice started Lock It for Love. This project educates people about the importance of safely storing guns in the home and in cars. We provide free gun locks to families with unsecured guns in their homes, particularly in communities experiencing high levels of gun violence. Did you know that an estimated 4.6 million children live in homes where guns are both loaded and unlocked? And since COVID-19 began, there has been a large increase in gun sales. This has occurred at the same time that children are spending more time at home. Greater access to guns in the home is a recipe for tragedy. In the first several months of the pandemic, accidental shootings increased by 30% over the same period in the previous years. As shocking as these numbers are, they're even more outrageous because they do not need to happen. Unintentional shootings are 100% preventable when guns are unloaded and locked with ammunition stored separately. Studies show that an estimated 54% of gun owners do not lock all of their guns. A recent study involving homes with children and unlocked guns estimated that 1/3 of youth gun suicides and unintentional deaths could be prevented if all guns were locked in these homes. It's urgent that we get the word out to parents and other family members that they can keep children safe with one simple action: keep guns locked and unloaded. Research shows that individuals are more likely to practice safe gun storage when they learn why it's important. Many people believe that they've hidden their guns where children won't or can't find them in their homes. But children are curious and usually have no problem finding a gun. Many people think that young children won't be able to shoot a gun, but children as young as 3 have the strength to pull the trigger on a handgun. The risk of guns falling into the wrong hands of curious toddlers or volatile teens or anyone who is thinking of self-harm can be minimized, if not eliminated, by safe storage of guns. So we need to remember, as we said, that hiding a gun is not securing a gun. How do you safely secure firearms in your home? Store the gun unloaded and locked. Store the ammunition separately. Keep guns out of the sight of children. Store the guns unloaded and locked with the key in a separate place. That can help stop young children from accidentally shooting themselves or someone else. And a loaded and unlocked gun will stop, or at least slow down, an upset teen or any person contemplating suicide, giving them time to rethink their situation and not pull the trigger. It's easy to use a gun lock. Let's take a look.
Hello, I'm Captain Janice Bachstruck with the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department. We are pleased to cooperate with Women's Voices Raised for Social Justice in the Lock It for Love program. There are many ways to safely store a gun in your home. One way is with a cable lock. Women's Voices is giving away these locks to people in the St. Louis area who own firearms and have children in their lives. I'm going to show you just how simple it is to secure your weapon with this lock. Whenever handling a firearm, make sure you're in a safe location away from children. With a pistol, you will first remove the clip, open the firearm, and then take your cable lock, run it through the top opening, out the bottom, and secure it in the lock. If your gun looks like this, it's a revolver. You will open the cylinder, take the cable lock, run it through the top opening, then through the opposite hole, and then secure it in the lock. It is really just that simple. Our children are irreplaceable and invaluable. Securing your firearm may prevent an accidental shooting or suicide in your home. An unlocked gun can be an irresistible temptation for a curious child or a teenager in a moment of despair.
In some states, it's against the law to have an unlocked gun in a place where a child might find it.
In the St. Louis area, members of Women's Voices give away gun locks at a variety of community events.
If a simple gun lock might save the life of a child, why would you not use it? Because all it takes is one careless adult, one curious kid, one unlocked gun, 1 minute. Don't let the child you love be the one. Simply lock it for love.
As the video demonstrated, simple cable locks work with multiple kinds of guns. In the gun locks that Lock It for Love provides, there's information illustrating how to use the lock with different types of guns. There's a link to a video to demonstrate. just like the one we just saw. And we also advise people who are getting a gun lock that they practice locking and unlocking it so they'll be able to access it quickly when they feel that they need it. When we're providing a gun lock to folks, we try to be non-confrontational or judgmental. We don't say something like, "Do you have a gun in your home?" We ask, "Do you need a gun lock? Do you have an unsecured gun?" Shifting the focus to the lock, not to the gun itself. If the person who wants a gun lock has time to stay and talk, then we engage in a conversation about the problems of gun violence in our community, and especially the risks of shootings involving children. We explain that gun locks are a simple and effective way to avoid unintentional shootings, and we demonstrate how easy it is to lock and unlock a gun lock. In response to questions and concerns that a locked gun will not provide protection when it's needed, we encourage people to practice locking and unlocking the lock so they'll feel comfortable that they can gain quick access when needed. We may also say that studies show that people are more likely to hurt themselves than protect themselves with a gun. In fact, a gun kept in the home is 43 times more likely to kill someone known to the family than to kill someone in self-defense. Overall, our approach is to meet people where they are and to help them view a gun lock as a basic safety measure, similar to a car seat belt or a child-proof medicine bottle cap. We've shared a lot of information in this video, and we hope that you'll find it useful when talking with parents, grandparents, other family members, caregivers, about the importance of securing firearms. The statistics about children who are killed and injured by gun violence are startling, but numbers don't capture the real tragedy. Each child whose life is taken is someone's son or daughter, someone's sister, brother, niece, or nephew. These are lives cut short, the joys of childhood stolen, graduations that won't happen, weddings that won't be celebrated, and families will never completely heal. To those of you who are participating in Lock It for Love and providing locks to those you work with, we thank you. By sharing gun safety information and distributing gun locks, you are saving lives and preventing injuries. To parents and others who have children in their lives, we thank you for keeping your guns stored safely. Working together, we hope to reduce gun violence and especially avoid harm by guns to our children in the St. Louis metropolitan area. Thank you so much for your attention.